Both Andrew and I had degrees and experience in teaching, and we had no idea at that point that you could be a missionary and still be a teacher. We were sort of hoping that we didn't have to be church planners because we don't feel called to that. And thankfully, we were able to use our gifts and our training as teachers overseas. So our first placement was in Quito, Ecuador at Alliance Academy, and we spent 3 years teaching at that school and had a lovely time teaching students of all different walks of life and organizations, but very tangibly, we were there in order to offset the tuition for the students of Wycliffe Translators. And over the course of 3 years, we were able to accrue enough tuition credit to cover all of the students, the Wycliffe students that were there through their graduation, and then there was a surplus of credits if a family who was out in the hill tribes wanted to come into the city for education at some point. There was enough there to cover them as well. And so we said to the CHED department, put us somewhere else. We still want to be on the field. And so they gave us a short list and we narrowed it down to Chiang Mai, Thailand. And the next 2 years we spent teaching at Grace International School in Thailand. And there we were exposed to, that school services over 90 different mission organizations in some of the most unreached parts of the world. And it really was a blessing for us. We are not translators. Language is not our gifting. But we were able to use the giftings, the backgrounds, the experiences that we had to serve in a very important way.
So it was in Chiang Mai that we started to feel like the Lord was maybe calling us to serve missions in a more significant way. We knew that the impact that we were having as teachers was extremely important and was actually allowing the translators to stay on the field. The number one reason why translators leave the field is out of concern for their children's education. It's extremely important. But we knew that the Lord had led us and was leading us in a direction that we'd be able to use our giftings in a broader way. And as we prayed about it, the Lord kept laying on my heart law. And I didn't really understand exactly how I could use that, but I knew that this was a field that was that there were opportunities and there were things that mission organizations need, and maybe they don't even realize they need. And there's not a whole lot of people who are actually going down that path, and this is a gap that I could fill. Like Lindsay said, I'm not a translator. Neither of us are translators. I have terrible language skills, but I wanted to serve. I wanted to be a Bible translator, and this is the way that I could be a Bible translator. So in order to do law, there were a few hurdles that we were going to have to get over. One of those is the average law student coming out of law school has $125,000 worth of debt. Average. That means half of them are over that. We couldn't do that. We knew that if we wanted to go into missions, that wasn't possible. And so we knew that the Lord was going to have to line things up. And our hope, our goal was that maybe through entrance exams I could get some scholarships, and if we could keep our debt to $50,000, I could work for a couple years in a firm, pay that off, and we could go out on the mission field. So through the process of the entrance exams, Ohio State University actually gave me a phenomenal scholarship and then continued to give me scholarships as we worked our way through law school. Our original goal of $50,000 went down to $30,000, if we can just keep it to $30,000. And then it looked like maybe we were going to be able to keep it to $20,000. We ended up walking out of law school with less than $8,000 of debt. And 2 children. And it was clear that the Lord was leading us back into missions, not 2 years or 3 years later, but immediately.
So Andrew graduated from law school a year ago, and here we are today. We're really happy to be here at the headquarters serving you all and playing an important role once again in Bible translation. So we look forward to getting to know you. Thank you for your time.